Hi, I'm Angel. I'm here with another message from Archangel Gabriel. It's on making a more essential frequency for and in the collective. This one's a little bit different, you guys, so bear with me. You'll see, okay? So let's just get started. It says, "Good morning, beloved angel. Blessings to you on having a great day and a wonderful evening. The message for today will be on the making of a more essential frequency for and in the collective. There's more than just meditations for anxiety and fleshly problems. You calm your mind by working on your frequency and light induction. Your meditations will become more intricate when you learn how to fight. Showing the darkness there's nowhere but to go away or become a part of the lower realms by sinking into the earth or ground of whatever realm you are in. Angel, would you like to talk about closing portals?" And no, my answer was no, I don't. Just for the feeling that I got when they asked me that, okay? It says, "Very well, we will address the experience with that later." I said, why would you ask me that knowing that isn't time? And then he laughs. He says, "Blessings, beloved. It's only a point for those who are seeking to extend their boundaries. We know what we are doing. Don't worry, Angel. It's only a point. Remember, your words carry frequency. Even your thoughts carry a resonance to the collective, just as the others in the collective do the same. No one part of the body can perform without the other in the greatest aspects. When your eyes ignited yesterday, Angel, what did you feel inside other than illumination?" And to that, my response, it was weird, okay? It was just weird. My response to that was, I don't know, it felt like a spark, like an epiphany without the epiphany part, but coming to fruition, but love at the same time. I really can't describe it, okay? And he continues to say, "How about we help you? Will you allow us to express what it was?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, sure, I'm curious, you know?" He's like, and he laughs. He says, always curious. It was a frequency induction of a light frequency, not a light code activation. It was a beneficial resonance of your subconscious activation, of the response to the covenant with God we spoke of when you were told to merge in the physical." And then he laughs and says, "The frequencies that dance from thought and God's blessings from the divine for what's to come. Your eyes are the windows to the soul, your most powerful part outside of your hands in the physical. Just because we said physical, you assumed that intercourse would need to take place. How do you think that angelic spirit babies are actuated?" Then he laughs again. He says, "Just because you assumed you would need to have a child for the merge, there are so many ways to ignite the resonance of the child from the highest realms when it's never been on the earth plane. Even if it's never actualized in the earthly plane, it's conceived in another, at the height of inspiration and love, with the thought of love, in the most beautiful balance. The ignition was a message to you yesterday and to the collective today. Nothing can stop the angels from coming to earth. The whole 144,000 has kissed your child's forehead in heaven." And I'm like, whoa, okay. Wait, I don't understand. Are you saying that I'm going to have a child? It's been born somewhere else, or what? Because that's really not relevant right now, at least for me anyway, because I'm not even interested in doing that with anybody right now. I'm working on me, so what does this really mean? I don't understand. And it says, "No, Angel, this doesn't mean that you are supposed to have a child now, although it's entirely possible. It means it's already come into existence, and whether you know it or not, we love him for all his gifts in the communion of your hearts. Love multiplies, Angel. Didn't we speak of a second wave?" And then he laughs again. It says, "Even the most destructive chaos couldn't change what's already done. You're only one piece of the puzzle. Did you honestly think we would give the full ascension secret in its entirety without changing the full code? War is not putting all your cards on the table. It's about knowing what strategies to take to get to the end goal." So I was like, okay, my response to that was, okay, let me just think of a good question about this, right? Because I'm a little bit tripped out at this point, you know what I mean? I'm like, so I'm going to ask a valid question, right? So what I was thinking was, a long time ago, was what if myself or others in the collective got artificially inseminated, right? If need be in the future, if free will comes into play, would this change the effectiveness of the frequency and merging aspects? Valid question, right? It's just for my curiosity anyway. It says, "Well, that's an intricate question, beloved. We would prefer that true physical union would take place. There is a choice of yes or no and divine timing. The path always has to be chosen. If you are asking if someone was to get artificially conceived, and that was emphasized, would it change the frequency? Well, that depends on if they are fully merged in spirit. Once the feminine embodies both masculine and feminine, she can of course perform her full blueprint on her own if she is meant to on earth or just in spirit. There's a big chance she will do it in the physical with her mate. However, there are circumstances that would be an interference as such. Should this happen, the child would be sent to the next highest frequency, capable of delivering this, justice is emphasized, into the earthly realm. Angel, you will not get artificially inseminated. Although for some this wouldn't be out of the question. This message isn't meant to bring worry or confusion. You are keeping pace with the new requirements. This isn't supposed to be divulged and then the miracle be missed. You will post this video, Angel. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. Some aren't meant to understand. Some aren't. Sometimes not even you, Angel. Why do you think this is called a gift, a blessing? There is no curse existing in you. And so my response to that was, I don't even know what I'm supposed to think of this. Like, this is like crazy, right? So, this is, then don't think. This is what he's continuing to say. He's like, then don't think, just be. Let your love and light guide you. Everything you need is within you already. You are already whole. You have already created, conceived, and birthed. There's nothing more for you to do besides to be the light of God in His will, in His way, as His bride of Christ. Be fruitful and multiply, collective. And then he laughs again. Beautiful, isn't it, when the light of God fills you and you need nothing outside of yourself? Will you come together now? The coronation is complete. Love and be loved and fall in love with your light. You are one. Archangel Gabriel, closing. So you guys, that's the message for today. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Yeah, that was a little bit weird for me, but it is what it is. That's the message. I was instructed to tell it, so I was actually not going to post it, but I was like, yeah, people aren't going to understand this, but it's whatever. It is what it is, okay? So I love you, I love you, I love you. Mwah. Be blessed. Bye.